Right, so we are on the second house right now, and what are the things that you can expect when you have a well positioned moon on the second house? Now, before going to the video, please hit the subscribe button if you have not. There are a lot of good contents here, and you also can connect with me if you're interested to have a consultation. If you want me to do a audio recording just for you, you can just drop me an email or a WhatsApp, and I can get back to you on that. Okay, so the moon is the governance of your thought processes and also your emotions, right? These are the domain of the moon. The second house is a house is called the Dhana Bhava, house of wealth. It's also called as a Kudumbasthana, the house of family. All that is correct, but what actually the second house is all about is house of your self values, things that you learn from your parents, from your family, from whomever, mainly from an early day, but it really depends. Even now at this age also you can still learn from people. Anything that you observe, anything that you feel inspired, or anything that you feel that that makes sense from another person, then that is a an asset that you create, that you build. But the second is more specifically towards your younger days, things that you learn from your parents, from your teachers, schoolmates, the person that sells the ice cream, whatever, the vendor, and who on. So these are the people who have made an impact in your life when you are growing, and that impact and that knowledge that you have etched in your mind is what the second house is all about. All right, so what happens when you have a good moon in the second house? Number one is that you will have a way to self-regulate your problems may come, but then you have a way to regulate that. You don't sit in a dark corner of your room and cry or weep. No, you will have a way to have a time like, okay, this is what's happened, let's do something about it. You don't need an additional external intervention, like maybe your parents to say that it's okay, or maybe your friend to console you. You're looking for some attention, some pity. You don't do all that. For you, it's like the problem has happened. Okay, let's move on. There's no point waiting now. Okay, let's try to do something about it. A person with great insights about a problem, that is, because you don't dwell in the problem, you find solutions based on that. So there is a self-regulating thing. Say if you're met an accident in your hospital, your convalescence period will be shorter, because you don't really wait for the doctor to come and say, okay, this is where you are right now, this is what your state right now, these are the things that's going to happen for you in the next 6 months. In your mind is that you're curing yourself. You're self-regulating. You don't need someone to come and tell you, hey, everything is going to be fine, you're going to be healthy soon. You're not that kind of person. Second thing is, you are highly observant. Every spiritual guru has these similar stories. If you read those spirituality books about gurus, they'll have this story whereby they have reached enlightenment by looking at something, and they keep looking and observing. Say they looked at a flower or a tree or a rock or something, and time just stops. Right, for these gurus, the time just stops, and at that juncture they receive revelations from God. So this emotional connection with things, this is emotional I would say acceptance with their surroundings, is something that they use observation, right? They're emotionally connected with the things that they observe. That is something very strong. I'm trying to put it into context now. Say if you're with your friends, okay, it's an emotional thing. You guys are having a party. It's fun and it is part of your emotion, right? You're happy and all that. But you'll also have that observation quality within you. Okay, who am I talking to right now? Why am I actually having fun right now? Because when you're having fun, the last thing your mind is trying to be conscious about it, isn't it? You are having fun, having a great time. Why must you be vigilant? Why must you introspect, or why must you try to understand what's going on? It is a very important thing to do if you're conscious, if you're conscious about what's going on around you, because then you can make discretion. Okay, this relationship is actually bad, or this relationship is actually good. And of course, you'll make lesser and lesser mistakes. So your emotions are controlled by this observational power. This observation is just not looking, right? Observation is all your senses putting into something, right? So observation is a great thing, right? And people like you who have a well-positioned moon in second house will definitely have it. I would like to hear it from you if you have this quality. All right. The third thing is, you have this beautiful coping mechanism where you will convert emotional pains into logic. Say someone deeply, someone whom you really admire, or someone whom you idolize, or someone whom you love, say something very bad that it really hurt you, went really deep into your heart. Of course, even you having a well-positioned moon and second will have the same thing, but for you, you have this coping mechanism of converting the emotional pain into logical sequences. You will start to analyze. You won't dwell in that pain, and not for long. It is you, of course. We all are humans. We will go through a little bit of hurt, but then you don't dwell in it. You'll immediately convert it into logical thoughts. Or what could it be? Maybe she told me that because I was in that situation, or he said something to me like that because maybe I was in such a situation, or maybe I've done something to him. So when you analyze your problem with practicality and logics, the emotional pain will be just gone. That is a coping technique that these people have. And even if you don't have more than a second, guys, if you're watching this, you can use this technique in your life as well. All right. Number 4 is they will have this thing about facing their fears. Say if they're afraid of spiders, for example, and they will take the effort to go to a place where there's spiders and things like that, right? And they'll try to become more curious about it. Of course, we all know curiosity kills fear, right? If you really think about it, curiosity truly kills fear. So they will really sort of face their fears. They would not go back. They will not run away from it. They will actually face it. This moon in the second creates such a great value in their heart by actually facing fears, because facing fear not only removes the fears, guys, it will give you many lessons in the process of doing so. I suggest all of us will have some kind of fears. With a lot of love and respect, ask you to face your fears, because not only you'll remove that particular fear, which of course increases your confidence, but in the process you will learn so many details which you'll never get it on books. Okay, because it's a treasure trove, I would say. And the last, certainly not the least, is they do not take anything personal. They're like having this thick skin. You can imagine like a politician, right? They never take things personal. You can say anything to them, they will never take it personal to themselves. That's such a, I believe it's one of the good qualities to have, because if you take it personal from every person that you meet, right, that's going to be a big problem. So you're going to be inefficient in your day-to-day life, because you're taking things personal. Anyone says something, or maybe you want to buy something, and the grocer said something, and then you feel very hurt about it. You take it personal. Okay, I have to say it back to this guy, or how can he say that to me? All these things will really slow down your day-to-day activities, and it'll make you that much lesser inefficient. And of course, we all know inefficiency leads to lack of success. All right, so those are the top 5 amazing things, guys, which I've seen over the years in my experience. I hope this video is beneficial. If you have any of these, please drop it in the comment section. Again, if you want me to work on your charts, just drop me an email or send me the WhatsApp note. Okay, so until the next time, I'll see you again. Thank you. Namaste.